because we know the power of influence. We know it. I can promise you that I'm coming back to Jamaica and I'll do for you this favor, these, and these. And there is even possibility that Mwango called Shen and told Shen that this marriage that I am in is very fake. Look at the type of kissing that Mwango gives Pero. It does not actually have any emotion. What we see there is something like they're just pecking each other. Yeah, she's just pecking him and doing it like she's not much interested into this. She's much interested into passport. Welcome back to part 3 reaction video between Shen and Mwango. Shen did a live stream. Again, Shen claps back to Mwango, minions and subscribers and calls them fake. And Shen says something is not adding up. You mean to tell me you don't answer calls before a hurricane? You don't answer calls after a hurricane? But the moment your name is mentioned on a live stream, suddenly you are calling me 5 times. 5 times. So the emergency did not move you, but the exposure did. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about friendship anymore. This is about image control. And today, in part 3, we are breaking down the pattern from hurricane silence to the sudden panic calls to the fake lifestyle accusation to the relationship narrative with JB and to Michele Ponte.
A very stupid bikini video. She was making so many dumb videos and she wanted to use me for views. I was not willing anymore to be used for views for her channel. And we had a massive discussion in front of a local YouTuber. She's now a famous YouTuber too. And much bigger than both me and the imagine. Such a shame to have such a discussion in front of someone else, but Dee understood that I didn't want to be used to, and since then she started putting other guys in the thumbnail. She tried other white guys, she tried an Indian guys, but she wasn't getting successful with the views. So a few months have passed, and one day I wake up, million notifications on my phone. I check the phone, I check my friends what they wrote to me, and they're like, hey, this girl, she put out a video saying that she's pregnant from you. I was like, what? I didn't see this girl for months. How can she be pregnant from me?
This is bigger than live stream. This is about influencer culture, hypocrisy, and the difference between real life and performance. Because some people don't live in reality. They live in optics, and tonight we are pulling the curtains back. Let us talk. Watch this clip of Shen and I'm going to translate everything, digest everything that Shen says, and I'm going to make a deep analysis. Stay tuned.
If you live in Palestine, Iraq, no for you deserve where you there right now. If you live at some place where it's just war, and then we know what time it is. Not for you too comfortable at the spot you guys are. And that's why when people come out here, come express themselves and talk their mind, you feel away. Because you're so stuck in our ways of the fakeness. When you get comfortable with fakeness, when a man fake, when a cousin fake, when a woman fake, everybody does fake around and you're comfortable with that because you're fake too. And life will always nice for you in the fake world. Because that's your guys' world. The fakeness. You see me? You don't know nothing about realness. Anytime it's time for real, anytime it's time for real, man, me I tell you so, no heart shake, when no ball live in high water, when a witch, when you forgot star, Harry Potter, fly.
What's up, everybody? This is Maxwell Lumumba Africa, a village content creator, born and raised in a village setup with no jobs. But at the end of the day, we do content creation to earn a living. That being that, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people watch my videos till the end without skipping those ads that you see there. And today we are going to even dive deeper, because Shen went live again, and this time it wasn't just emotion, it was escalation. He said
after the hurricane or before the hurricane, me never watch that. Me a link her, she not talk. If you give her busy, you must go in and see it say she did a link. You must say she did a text you. You see me? No respond. You see me? And them thing that upset me too. If you know say, oh, me there here so I respect you so much. Where you don't even know how much me respect the amount. Nobody pants enough people upon go, oh Shane did it.
he called the Mwango before the hurricane. He said he called her after the hurricane, and he said that she never answered. He said she never called back. But after people informed her that he was speaking about her publicly, she allegedly called him multiple times, but he didn't answer.
Before the hurricane come to Jamaica, me try get to the Mwango. After the hurricane, before her marriage, after her marriage, and she not take no talk. She not respond back to me, nothing. She a see messages and everything, and me a look at me and say, alright then, probably she busy. Yeah? But yesterday she a call me though, and today she a call me because I see them people them were over here and they on the live when me that talk. Go back to her and tell her, say, oh, Shane's saying this or Shane's saying that. So she a try to get to me to confirm things and to see what me really are going with. So why she couldn't get to me before them thing there?
Let us pause right there. This is no longer about race. This is no longer about marriage. This is now about timing, and timing reveals psychology. If someone does not respond privately but respond after public pressure begins, that creates a perception problem. Perception matters more than intention in public conflict. Now Shen also said something deeper. He said many subscribers and minions don't know real from fake. He said some people live in fake world. He said everything about her is fake. Now that is not a small accusation. That is character level attack. But here is where things come differently. Instead of repeating accusation, let us analyze the psychology of the word fake. For those who understand what is fake, it means when someone calls another person fake, it usually comes from one of the three emotional triggers, which are betrayal, delusionment, and identity collapse. So delusionment happens when the version of someone or something that you believe doesn't match with the information that we see. And when that illusion breaks, the brain reacts aggressively because we don't like feeling fooled. Now the hurricane issue. He says she didn't call to check if his roof was okay. This reminds me in a live stream that the Mwango did, and when people ask her what she has done for Jamaica after the hurricane, she responded in a way that some viewers interpreted as dismissive. She said, "Am I Jesus?" Here is the bigger issue. In public relations, whether romantic, business, or friendship, people expect loyalty signals. Checking on someone during a crisis is a loyalty signal. If that signal is absent, it creates emotional interpretation. Remember, Shen himself has gone ahead and said that I called D even after the hurricane, But the absence of action is not always absence of care. Sometimes it is distance, sometimes it is detachment, and sometimes it's miscommunication. But in a public eye, silence becomes narrative. Now let us talk about reputation staking. When multiple controversies are mentioned together, even if separate, the brain begins to connect them. That is called associative framing. When you say, there was this issue, there was that issue, that was another issue, even if each has its own context, the audience start building a pattern. That pattern becomes perception, and perception becomes reputation. And now, I'm not here to confirm or deny any allegation, because allegations are not verdicts, but I'm here to analyze what happens when narrative piles up. When someone repeatedly accuses or is being accused of being fake, the real damage isn't the accusation itself, it is the reputation. Reputation builds what we call the belief. Now, Shen also addressed her subscribers. He said, many people don't know real from fake. He said, people believe in fairness without understanding reality. And that statement is interestingly, psychologically. We remember when Mwango was in that live stream, one of the texts that subscribers sent, I had to put him in her place. Then Mwango was like, wow. So that is why Shen himself has come up and cleared the air. So when someone feels misunderstood by the audience, they begin attacking the audience. That frustration, displacement. Instead of addressing only the individual conflict, the frustration spreads outward. That tells me that this situation is emotionally charged. And now zoom this out. What is really happening here? Is this about credibility? In the influence world, credibility is currency. If your credibility weakens, your authority weakens. And if your authority weakens, your influence weakens. And when someone publicly questions your authenticity, that's not small. That's brand level impact. Now, here's where versatility comes in. There are three types of people in online conflict: the emotional reactor, the defensive responder, and the silent strategist. Right now, both sides are reacting, but the one who chooses control silence eventually controls the perception, because audience burnout or constant conflict. Let us talk about authenticity psychology. In the age of social media, everyone curates, everyone edits, everyone selects angles. The question isn't, is someone fake? The real question is their curate image with reality? If there is too much gap between public persona and private truth, eventually tension resurfaces. Now regards to the phone calls. He says she didn't answer him during crisis. He says she called multiple times after hearing what was speaking publicly. If that is accurate, then that suggests something very important. Public narrative triggered private agency. That is the image of protected psychology. When reputation feels threatened, people act quickly. But again, that interpretation is not yet confirmed which is not confirmed motive. Let us talk about the hypocrisy, because all this thing was actually started when Shen himself called Mwango hypocrite. Hypocrisy is when actions contradict stated value. But here is something many people forget. Something what looks like hypocrisy is evolution. Sometimes it is growth, sometimes it changes what we call perspective, and sometimes it is inconsistency. So the challenges is that only the individual know which one is it. The audience sees behavior, they don't see the internal process. People have come out with a lot of allegation. Some people are calling it maybe it was a Hamas man. Some people maybe were talking about smashing. That does not see internal process. Now here is my honest take, because I usually take my side, and this conflict has moved from personal disagreement to repetition war. When you start saying everything about someone is fake, that is not emotional pain anymore. That is public positioning. So that is attempting to reshape how the audience views someone. And once the reputation battle begin, they rarely end cleanly, because both sides feel justified. And you know, funny thing, Shen tried to do another live stream again after the live stream that he did, and I think it was interrupted. And I tend to think maybe Shen received the call from Mwango, where Mwango has instructed him what to do and not what to do. It is not even, it won't surprise me when Shen again comes and clear out the air about what he said, because we know the power of influence. We know it. I can promise you that I'm coming back to Jamaica and I'll do for you this favor, these and these. And there is even possibility that Mwango called Shen and told Shen that this marriage that I am in is very fake. Look at the type of kissing that Mwango gives Pero. It does not actually have any emotion. For me, I think that when people are in love, you do some very good kissing, yeah? You have to suck the mouth of your, let's say, beholder. But what we see there is something like they're just pecking each other, yeah? She's just pecking him and doing it like she's not much interested into this. She's much interested into passport, because both sides feel justified. And let me say this, I want to say something important to my audience. Do not confuse allegations with proof. Do not confuse reputation with the truth, and do not confuse emotional delivery with factual evidence. Online conflicts are often 50% reality and 50% narrative framing, unless there is an evidence about that. And the louder someone speaks, the more convincing it can sound. But volume is not verification. Now, here's the bigger psychological truth. When two people fall out publicly, then they begin to rewrite the past. Memories shift, interpretations actually changes, motives are reassigned, and what one looked positive becomes reframed as manipulation. That's called retrospective reinterpretation. It happens in friendships, it happens in relationships, and it happens in business partnership. So when things end badly, the mind rewrites the beginning. Now here is my we call it versatility. I'm not here to defend blindly. I'm not here to defend or destroy blindly. I'm here to analyze pattern, and if someone repeatedly finds themselves in public conflict, that suggests one or two things. Either they operate in high-risk emotional environment, or they struggle with the boundaries clarity. But that analysis must remain pattern-based, not rumor-based. The hurricane issue, that's about empathy perception. The phone call issue, that's about timing optics. The fake life accusation, that's about credibility warfare. The subscribers attack, that's frustration projection. So when you break it down psychologically, this is less about who is right and more about who controls the narrative. And the right, and actually what's right now, the narrative is chaotic. My advice: silence, documentation, clarity, and if necessarily, legal channels, not live stream battles, because live stream war feeds viewers temporarily but damage long-term brand equity. Let the Mwango and Shen sit down and discuss their differences. This is Maxwell Lumumba. We do not amplify without thinking. We analyze before we react, and we understand that online conflict is often more about perception than the truth. Drop your thoughts below, but remember, think critically, because in the influencer era, reality and narrative are not always the same thing. Stay sharp, stay balanced, and stay intelligent. Let you drop a comment there. Tell us, is this Poland relationship fake or real? I have another YouTube channel also where I post my lifestyle videos that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. Let us subscribe to that YouTube channel. Let us support it. I have amazing videos when it comes to lifestyle video, where you'll be seeing some pots like this one that is here. Then I'll be elaborating what is used for. So having said that, I also discuss about beautiful environments like this one. Beautiful environments like these, I discuss about them, yeah. So just watch my other YouTube channel and you people can see amazing content and beautiful buildings like what we're having here. So stay focused, stay tuned, more of it is to come. Watch the ways, watch the space. Goodbye. Maxwell Lumumba Africa, vibe with the Lumumba. Goodbye.